So we have this terminology. This is inevitable to the success of the enterprise. So I've been around a lot of guys that are absolute killers in the business world, killers in their social life, their dating life. And what that quote you heard is what they say repeatedly all day, every day. But it comes back to a bit of a deeper level. And the deeper level we were thinking about and we were just discussing was that too many people think too much. Back in the day, people were doing things and they were unconscious and they were dumb. And they would just do things without thinking. And then we had this whole worry fest, and now people have got to a point where they overthink, overanalyze, and they think too much without taking any action. And so like an artist, this is a dilemma that they probably face a lot. They face it each and every day because, again, they want to produce more and more bits of art, but then what's the dichotomy and what's the balance of making sure that art is very good? And for you, the same thing. You want to make smart decisions with your social life, your business life, your dating life, but then again, you can't be caught up with taking no action and ruminating and thinking and overthink, because there's a very fine balance between thinking, executing properly, or thinking too much, not executing, not taking any action, and then you are inevitably falling into a trap that so many have faced before you. So where is this, imaginary dichotomy or balance between thinking and action? So I would like to say that the balance and the line doesn't really exist if this video is speaking towards you. If you've already thought, oh man, this video is really speaking to me, you're already on the edge of overthinking and more action needs to be done. And for the people saying, like, I really don't have this problem, I do take action, then you are in the point where you are either taking a lot of action, and that's good, and sometimes you might even need to take a little bit more thought. You're too impulsive, you're too get up and go, and you need to sit back and take some time and some silence and some stillness to think about and plot your next plans and your next steps towards the vision that you want. So we already know, and that's a little game you can play where whether this video speaks to you or not, or you resonate wholeheartedly. And again, it's me talking, so you probably will. The world makes you either rush, so you're not thinking, but you're not thinking in a way that's action. You're just not thinking about any decision that you make, and you become almost comatose and just going through the motions. That's one way the world likes to put it. The other way is to make you so overwhelmed and thinking so much about life that you either don't take action. And this is easier to control people, and controlling in a way that they don't, if we had 10,000 Kanyes, the world would be pretty crazy. There's only one Kanye, and that's enough. Even though I love him to death. I love his music. I love everything he stands for, and I love his mind expansion that he has. Whether it's it's hurt a lot of people or not. Just he's a crazy genius. If we had 10,000 of them, pretty nuts. It'd be pretty crazy. So the world tries to make us into positions where we're easier to control. We're not rioting, and we're not looting, and we like to have a set of parameters that we live by each and every day. There's probably a reason why you're not in the library right now naked watching my video, because there's been some rules and some regulations. So rules and regulations sometimes are not all bad, but that's coming from an Australian that was for my safety for years and years and years. But I think the balance should be more thought about from you. The action of I want to get these people in my life, I want to build a social circle. How should we do it? What should I do? I'd like to post on social media. You're in the stage where you're overthinking and you need to be doing and executing. Guys like, I don't know what to say to her. Is that a boyfriend? Is it not? Is it a brother? I know he's 25 steps behind her, but that could be, her overthinking. The guy that just does, he needs to take that step back. Be like, okay, what's my next step? All right, okay, I'd like to do that. That'll lead to that. That'll lead to that. That'll lead to that. That's why I love texting. Texting is great. I've really found and formed a love for it, because I've realized that each and every day we meet new people, we interact with new people. We might go to parties, we might go and meet new girls, we might do a cold approach, we might go to a club, we might be introduced from a friend to a friend, we might go to a party. After we leave that environment, we have to text everybody, whether it's Instagram, iMessage, whether it's WhatsApp, Telegram. Texting is inevitable in a part of our life. So I fell in love with it because it's a really cool thing that we all have to do each and every day. And one of the things I like to think of is, when I'm texting a girl, okay, that message, what response is that going to give her? Then what is my second message, and what does that lead to? So it just makes me a little bit cautious of, I have to think a little bit about the steps. If I want to get her on a date, I'm not just, the very first message like, hey, how are you? Good. Do you want to go on a date? Oh my God, we should go on a date. We should go here. I'm not doing that. It's a bit creepy and it's a bit full on for someone. Even when I meet, hey bro, so good to meet you. We should do this. We should and then 50 text messages. That's not how you win over a friendship. But there are some times where you're in the motion, you're in the flow, you're in the momentum of the day, and you go grab your phone, you text, yep, that's good, boom. And you go back and you're you're not thinking too much. So throughout your week, throughout your days, throughout your minutes, hours, there is this fine balance that you have to keep within yourself of taking too much action where it's overwhelming. And it's like, oh my God, it's silly action and it causes mistakes, causes you not to be successful and not for you to be practical. And then there's the other dichotomy where you're overthinking way too much about minute things or things that don't really move the needle and get into a loop of just not doing anything, procrastinating, and then nothing gets done. So this dichotomy is very special within your social communication because you're going to have to find the balance there, baby. Find the flow. It's kind of like a dance. And that requires you to learn more about yourself and what your tendencies are. Is your tendency more to lean towards the overthinking, or is it to lead towards just too much action and then you become flustered, like as if you've got a bit of ADHD and there's no plan and execution and going that step will lead in that step, that'll lead to that step, and then there, boom, that'll execute. So which one are you? And so this is not coming up with some step-by-step plan, like how do I get to the end result? There's no ROI with this. This is just learning more about yourself. In social communication, there's videos I break down how to get a social circle, how to get people attracted to you, how to do this. But in this video, this is more learning about yourself. And so I want you to go out and I want you to experience, like, where are some of my pitfalls that I have? Where are some of the things that I fall into the trap of overthinking? What exactly do I overthink? So this is more finding your habits, the loops and the behavior that you're doing, because again, social communication and perfecting social communication is just made up of social habits, doing the right social habits. Most people are doing the wrong social habits, and we need for you to do the right social habits. So you want some help with that? All you got to do, you know where to go. Go in the description, click the link, book a call with me and my team. We'll create a plan for you. We'll create a social circle plan. We'll create a plan of you. Maybe you want attraction from different types of people in your life. You want a girl that you want to marry and have kids. Maybe that's your goal. Whatever your goal is, we have a plan for everything. And this is what we do. We're masters at finding exactly the funnel that you need to do to execute and get the results that you want. Sam here checking out from lovely Los Angeles, and I'll see you very soon.